Alrighty, hello everyone, my name is Immortal What-ifs, and today I'm going to be doing the second part to What If Deku was an Helluva Boss. Now, I did say in the last part that I was going to elaborate more on the prophecy, and I will be doing this, and I will be elaborating on the prophecy a lot. So, it's going to take me probably 5 minutes to explain it. So, I will also be elaborating on Izuku's powers, because I know I kind of looked over the video, and I did realize I was kind of just jumbling all over the place. So allow me to explain Izuku's abilities. So he still has one for all. He has one quirk that is yet to be two quirks that are yet to be unlocked. Well, actually, no, just one quirk that's yet to be unlocked. Izuku has all 6 of the main quirks that have been explained, such as Fajin, Smokescreen, Danger Sense, Black Whip, and Float. I did also say that he has lightning control, fire control, earth control, wind control, along with the ability to use poison. That is also a thing. Izuku also has enhanced strength, durability, which is enhanced, beyond superhuman. It's like half god level. It's like a quarter god level, which is like way more powerful than Lucifer. Because Lucifer's a fallen angel, which is interesting. Also Izuku, he has enhanced durability, strength, speed, along with he has a lot of immunities to his own powers, of course. He's also immune to all types of poison, and he's not immune to holy water, which that's why I kind of made it so that the Chairs wouldn't attack him, since they know that he's a savior, like the savior of hell, basically. Also, what else? What else is it? Let me tell you about the harem. So, Izuku will have a harem in this. It's going to include Charlie, Vaggie, Luna, Octavia, Mildred. Well, is it Mildred? It's basically Millie's older sister, basically. I think it's Mildred or whatever. I don't fucking know what her name is. I think her name's Mildred. I think that might be her mother. I'm not even sure. But basically, Millie's older sister, along with who else? Maybe some OCs. If you want to comment down some characters and below, then I would appreciate it. There will be 4 slots for characters, and I might end up doing a poll to see who's going to be in the harem. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. But there's 4 slots, so yeah, that's it. I'm only giving you 4 slots, and you can only choose one character for each slot, so have fun with that. So that's going to be the harem. No, maybe not Luna. Luna's kind of an easy thing. Maybe Nifty? Yeah, also Nifty. Fucking Nifty as well. But you can still choose 4 characters. So, about the prophecy now. So, the prophecy is meant to is basically just something that's going to help Charlie in the future of the Hazbin Hotel universe, in this universe, of course. Also, Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss belong to Fizzy Pop. I do not own these. I do not own their content or anything. I only own the story. Well, my story, which is the My Hero crossover between Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel. So I only own this story. This is my original story that I did not copy off anyone. I have tried to make this clear to everyone. Also, I do have to elaborate on some things in the beginning of the video. So Bakugo was stabbed, but he didn't get killed. Izuku thought Bakugo got stabbed though, so Bakugo's not dead. He's alive and well. I'm sorry I did not elaborate on that. All Might is going to die in a couple months in the story. Or All Might passed away after because of depression. Todoroki and Bakugo will become great heroes after Izuku's sacrifice. Uraraka will move on from her love life and end up dating Kirishima. And Izuku will not go back to Earth until he deems really necessary, except for when he's doing his job. What else? Izuku, I couldn't really decide whether to give him wings or not. So he will have wings. Just want to say that also. So Izuku will have wings, but he never uses them since he already has float. But he will use them eventually to help him get, like, faster or whatever. The hell? So Izuku is going to have all those abilities, and that's happening in the story. And now we're going to start with Izuku during the whole murder family thing. So we cut to Blitz in his office talking with Miss Mayberry about the whole situation which she was in, and Izuku is in there with Izuku is practicing with Moxie and everything. Moxie explains that he doesn't know if he could kill a family, and Izuku explains that, people in the living world are sometimes just pieces of shit, so it doesn't really matter if you want to kill them. It just has to be done, and it's just a family. It doesn't really matter. Their lives don't really matter that much. If they're a piece of shit, they're a piece of shit. It doesn't really matter, so... Also, even I killed someone. Kind of just forced to do it because of a situation. What was the situation? Well, I had to kill this guy. His name was Shigaraki. He was going to destroy all of Japan, leaving nothing but dust and death in his wake. I sacrificed myself to save everyone by taking him into a volcano and killing him and me at the same time. And I think he's down here. I'm not sure where he is, though. If I do ever find him again, I might end up killing him, though. Or I might just help redeem him. Help him go to heaven. So he can see his aunt. So he can see his grandma again. Oh, that's sad. And scary at the same time. What are his powers? Well, I can't really hide the truth, since it's not in my nature, even though I am a demon now. Also, I am going to change a bit of Izuku's features, so let me show you. Izuku will look a lot like this. He's going to look a lot more like this. These are his horns, but imagine his tail is spiky, basically. And he wears this most of the time. Yeah, let's just use this one. So, no, that's explained. Also, Izuku's skin isn't red. It's more like a blue color. It's like how his hair color was when he went, when he was up against Overhaul. So he's not red, but he's more like a bluish color. He's more blue than red, if I'm being completely honest. And, I never explained a lot about the prophecy, but basically, I'm sorry, I was jumping ahead as always, I'm sorry. But basically the prophecy is just to basically help them with Izuku, basically helping them out with hell and everything, and then, yeah. Basically killing the people that don't deserve to be redeemed, and then all the redeemed people that do deserve to be redeemed, basically redeeming them and helping them through their situation. And Izuku is the key to this, is the key to helping people. Because Izuku has a pure heart, and he understands what it's like to be in all those situations. He's been killed. He's almost died. He's had a lot of fucking trauma in his life. Most of it being either from Bakugo or self-harm, or even in being in some bad situations sometimes. So he understands most people's problems. He's also a very open-minded person, so he doesn't really judge people too quickly. Which is what God predicted, which is good, because he was right. Now, let's just say, like, it's been, like, a month, and Izuku's been, like, he's been killing it. He basically just, like, he had, like, the best, he's basically one of their best assassins now, and a lot of people actually prefer Izuku over the group, because they only want one person to take care of it most of the time, because it's not really a whole reason to get an entire crew together, but if it does come down to it, then yeah, he's gonna need a crew. Izuku also has a human disguise. This is basically like his human disguise, basically. Like, this is what he kind of looks like in his human disguise. Basically the exact same. So, yeah. Whatever. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I gotta do something. And I'll be right. Alright. Now that we're back, I can continue with my story. So, we see Izuku in his room, well, in the main room with everyone, as he's basically talking with Moxie and everything, like I was saying before, and now, as Blitz is basically talking to her, oh, wait a minute, now whatever, so, basically, she, like, her and Blitz basically come in the room, and she's all, hey, welcome our newest client. And then basically Moxie shoots the damn bow as Izuku catches the air before it can hit the eels, and then that doesn't really happen. With Black Whip. But then the eels they just fall, but before anything could happen, Izuku, like, picks them all up, and then, like, basically puts them back in the tank, and then gets water and puts it in there. He's like, okay, we're good. And Mox is like, ah, shit, that almost went into a bad situation. So he says, fuck yeah, it almost did, you dumbass. You could have fucking set the whole building on fire. Mayberry's like, really smart. Anyway, yeah, I just want this bitch killed, and if you can do it, then I'm happy, and I'll pay you all and all that. She sees Izuku, and he's wearing, like, a muscle shirt, and Izuku does have, like, his tattoos on his face, and he's all, okay. I can do it myself if you guys want. No, I think we'll just all do it. Alright. They basically, Luna gets the book out, basically does the whole same thing in the episode, and dude, when that episode came out, I was so hyped. When the first episode came out, I was so hyped about the first episode. I was like, yes! We get to see what the fuck's gonna happen in the story. And then over the months, it just fucking, it was amazing. Now season 2 is out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah. So this is only gonna go all the way to Lululand, which I think is the one after that. Yeah, I think that's the one after it. So, or is it? I'm not sure. So, basically, yeah, actually it is. Yeah, it is. So, basically, Izuku is basically doing this job with them. Basically the exact same thing happens, except since Izuku is there, he's basically taking them all out quietly. He basically saves Moxie's ass by basically killing the kids, because they're all cannibals and they deserve to fucking die. And he says, I'll see you all in hell. As he basically breaks their fucking necks. And then he just takes Moxie with him, and they go fucking save the rest of them. Basically, Martha and Ralph, or Raphael, like Ralphie, or whatever the fuck she called him. Just Ralph, I guess. They're basically like trying to kill Moxie, and not Moxie, Millie, and Blitz, which doesn't end up going so well, since Izuku basically uses his fucking revolver and shoots the fucking hell out of her, killing her. And then Ralph tries to run away, and he sees it as, when he gets back to the house, he sees his kids are dead in the living room, and he just kills himself. So that's the whole thing, and then Moxie tries to basically call the police and tell them that, oh yeah, like, yeah, these guys are basically cannibals and they're fucking terrible. And he already sees that they're already dead, and he's like, you know what, fuck, I don't even care. He just still calls them, and everything happens the same. So, yeah. Basically, then they have, like, go home and stuff, and they have, like, a celebration about the whole damn thing. And Monty's kind of traumatized, because he's not, like, he knew they were dead, but he was like, what the fuck is wrong with humanity? And Ezekiel did see this, too, and he's like, wow, police are fucking idiots. No wonder American police are fucking, don't have guns anymore. They're fucking morons. And he basically is like, whatever. Come on, Roxy. He basically just grabs Roxy by the neck and throws him in. And basically, Zuko just has a merry good time, and he's basically eating his cake and all that. And then he thinks of something, how to defeat Vox. He says, how the fuck am I going to defeat Vox? Maybe if I trap him in one area where no TVs are there, I can kill him. But where would I take him? As he then thinks about something, he says, wait a minute. The Wrath Ring. There's barely any TVs in there. I can take him down easily. I just need to know his range, and then everything's fine. But how the fuck am I getting him down the Wrath Ring if there's nothing for... If I piss him off, he'll probably come after me. That's it. I got it. As he then basically says, hey guys, I'm gonna go home. I got plans, and I'm trying to do something. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Basically, Azuki then goes back to his apartment, and he has blueprints for the entire trap that he's trying to create. This trap being a magnetic field that basically destroys TVs. It's basically like a giant pulse crusher, like a metal pulse crusher, basically. It's basically a giant magnet that crushes shit. That's basically what it is. So it only works on metal though, and since there is metal inside of TVs, he is fucked. Basically, he then calls the mayor of the Wrath Ring, and he explains his plan to kill Vox, and the mayor's like, finally, we can't have him controlling our TVs anymore. Thank you. And he says, so what are we gonna do? Zuko explains him the plan on what he's trying to make, and they say we can provide for that. They then buy all the parts for Izuku, and Izuku sets it all up. And Izuku is going to have to fight Vox or tear up shit. So Izuku then explains his plan to Alastra and Charlie, and they're like, that could be that's an interesting and tricky plan. I like it. Alistair's like, you're a smart boy, are you? Oh yes, I'm very smart. I also have an enhanced IQ, which I never thought I had, which surprised me in myself. I'm basically fucking Reed Richards from the Marvel comics. You probably don't know what those are. Oh, I've read a couple of those. Reed Richards is very smart. You are just like him. Zika says, yeah. Then basically, like, Izuku, after a whole week of planning, he basically told them he's taking the entire week off because he has some personal business to take care of. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, do whatever. And Izuku then decides that he has to figure out a way to get... He's still trying to figure out the perfect way to get Vox down to the Wrath Ring in the first place. He's trying to find a way, but then he calls up the mayor again. He says, is there any way you can piss off Vox and then bring him down to the Wrath Ring? He says, there is one way. You see, he's been trying to take over my TV recently so he can try to kill me, but I've destroyed my TV, so if I tell him I got a new one, which I will, he'll come to my TV. Izuku says, so how far... Do you know anything about his powers? How far can he reach down? Well, he has a range of 100 meters. Is there an area above, like way farther than 100 meters? I need an area that is far enough to where he can't transfer his soul, like away from the like any town. Is there an area like close to that, like away 100 meters away that I can just use? He says there is one, but then I have to do something. What is it? I have to kill someone. I can do it. Who is it? Well, his name's Stryker. See, this guy doesn't really talk to anyone. He doesn't have a TV, and his property is huge. He bought almost like half a quarter of the Ring of Hell. So if you end up getting him killed, I can give you his property. That could work. Thank you, sir. Now he thinks, I don't want to kill this guy. If he's not worth killing, then I don't see why I have to kill him. He then basically calls up Stryker, and Stryker says, "Hello, Killing Biz here. What you want?" He says, "Stryker, I need to talk to you for a little bit. So you don't know me, of course, but I need to talk to you." He says, okay, what you need? I need to borrow your property for at least a week, or a day. He says, a week. He says, why I need to borrow my property? Izuku explains the situation and what he's trying to do, and he says, I like it, kid. How about this? You help me take him, I'll help you take him down, and you can use my property. But I'll tell you what, can I have his power? Izuku says, I mean, I was gonna eventually take down Valentino eventually. He says, ooh, actually, I'll take Valentino. Or maybe social media? I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. How about this? I'll help you take him down, but you gotta give me jobs to go kill more people. How about that? We can work something out. I do work for a Killing Biz anyway, but I'm not in the mood to really kill anyone. I'm only in the mood to kill Vox. What's your beef with Vox? Well, I don't think you know about the prophecy, but we'll talk about that later. Now, what's this prophecy you're talking about? Well, I just don't really think I should tell you, but I don't really care either. How about this? If you help me kill Vox, I'll tell you about the prophecy. He says, okay. He then basically hangs up the phone, and Izuku says, nice. Now I got a place where I can kill him. He then basically goes to where Vox lives, and he fucking bursts open the door and just starts destroying shit. Vox is like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And Izuku says, I'm no one in particular. I'm just some asshole that wants to destroy shit. He then walks over to Vox's big ass TV, and he says, and Vox says, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Izuku says, I'm gonna destroy your fucking TV. And he then basically he takes out his gun, enhances the gun with one for all, and Fodge in and shoots the TV, and the TV explodes, leaving nothing. So there would be nothing left, and Vox is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he would basically try to attack Izuku, but Izuku would quickly run out of there, and Vox is like, where is he going? And then the mayor calls him up and says, hey mayor, I need to talk to you. That kid that just attacked you, he threatened, he basically just, that kid's fucking insane. He killed an entire town. He destroyed all the TVs down here except mine. I need you to come down here and kill this son of a bitch. And the mayor's playing along because he's trying to get some money, and Izuku's gonna give him that money. Vox says, okay, I'll deal with this son of a bitch. He basically then gets in his car, his TV car or whatever, and teleports through the TV. Damn, I fucking have a long ass hair on the side of my face. Whatever. So, he then basically, his TV, this guy's TV, basically burst open, and his car comes out, and he basically just kills the mayor. Because the TV was actually, he did not turn to face the TV away from him, so the TV kind of fucking, killed him. Or the TV car killed him. And the Monk's like, oh, shit. Whatever. He then basically just gets out he just basically crashed the building. And the mayor's office is like far away from the town. It's like almost a mile away, like half a mile away from the town. And he's basically like he's like following Izuku because Izuku's just walking, or he's like flying or whatever with his wings. He says, this little shit. And he basically just follows Izuku all the way out into this area. And then he basically uses his car and turns into a giant car robot. And Izuku says, come on, you fucker, get over here. And Izuku basically uses his black whip to wrap it around Vox's TV robot and then throws him to the ground. Vox basically uses his TV cannons, I'm calling them TV cannons, and basically fires propane tanks out of his TV cannon. Izuku's like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you get these things? Izuku's like, oh shit, where the fuck did you get those things? He says, I have TVs everywhere. You will never stop me. Izuku says, oh yes, I will. Now! He's like, wait, what? And he realizes in some sort of machine. He's like, what the fuck is this? And then he feels something wrong. He feels the TVs being pulled away from each other, breaking apart, crushing from the inside. He's like, what's going on? And he basically gets like ripped apart. And his soul is like trapped in between. And Izuku then grabs the soul and crushes it. And then it turns to dust. But then Izuku collects the dust and puts holy water in it, purifying the power. Well, not purifying it, but getting rid of Vox's soul permanently from this. The powers are then purified and then turned back into demon power. Izuku then bottles it up and basically just tells. He basically then says, "Rest in peace, you piece of shit." He then basically runs out of the Wrath Ring, and he basically tells Striker that next time we see each other, or next time he'll call him and tell him like a job or whatever. Or basically Izuku owes him a favor, so whenever he needs a favor, Izuku can like help him out or whatever. So, yeah. Izuku basically then goes back to the Hassan Hotel and shows the vial to Alistair. And he also got information on how to steal Overlord's power, which she was impressed because he actually did it. And she says, wow, that is impressive. You didn't even use your power, you just used your smarts. Well, when there's a guy made of TVs, you gotta do something, right? I mean, did you see him? He's a fucking TV. I can literally tear him apart with just a machine. I don't even need to use my power. I just need to use my mind. And the mind is one of the most powerful tools. That is true, but the heart is also powerful too. I mean, yeah, you're right. That's true too, but it's not the most powerful. I mean, there's other parts that are the most powerful. Like, yeah, heart is pretty powerful, but the mind is pretty powerful too. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, basically, Charlie then says, so, Vox is gone, right? this is when the news pops up, and like Katie Killjoy says, Vox the TV demon has been killed. Everyone in hell is like, what? Like, everyone. Like, even Lucifer's like, what the fuck happened? And Katie Killjoy basically shows them, like, camera footage, like, from the Wrath Ring. And it shows Izuku basically fighting him. And then there's, like, a machine in the background that like, turns on and kills him. And Izuku basically takes the power, put holy water in the bottle. And then it just shows what Izuku did. And Izuku, they got a clear view of Izuku's face and his body. And everything. Is this a new Overlord? We need to get him on an interview. We need to know who he is and what he can do. This is where Lucifer's like, did he use cheap tricks to kill an Overlord? I'm impressed, but insulted at the same time? How is that even possible? I don't even know. He then's like, you know what? I need to talk to Char. I think she probably knows this guy, whatever. He then basically like, he's like, no, I'll fucking do it tomorrow, I guess. He then goes to sleep, and all of hell is like looking for this guy. And then one demon in particular, like just one random demon knocks on the Happy Hotel, and Izuku answers it, and they're like, bye. And Izuku's like, oh, fuck! They're like, what happened? And Izuku says, I stubbed my toe. Wait, what? No, a fucking demon saw my face. Now they're gonna tell us, now they're gonna tell them where I live. Fuck. They're like, oh, damn it, Izuku. Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter, though. Honestly, I couldn't give two shits. If they want to interview me, I don't really care. As long as that Katie Killjoy bitch doesn't fuck with me, then I'm fine. I might just go to a different news station, if anything. Alright. So, this is where Izuku then goes to his job and then tells Blitz something. He says, Blitz, I have something for you, and you're gonna love it. Blitz says, oh, is it a horse? Is it a horse? Izuku says, what? No. But since I trust you enough, and I do believe that you are worthy of this, I'm trusting you to have a power. A new power. This is where Blitz would be like, wait, what? What are you talking about? There's no other power. Did you use something with Grimoire? No, but I did something. I did something amazing. Blitz is like, wait a minute. You're the... Oh, shit, you killed Vox. You killed Vox, didn't you? How did I not notice the fucking tattoos and the fucking green hair? Izuku says, I don't know. But honestly, I don't really care. Also, here, he would then take out a bottle and then say, drink this. It's fine. It's not holy water or anything. It's just, it's Vox's power. He says, so wait a minute. You took Vox's power. Yes. Is it soul still in that? No. How did you? I don't care. Just drink this. You'll get all those powers. You can control TVs now. You're basically the owner of every single television now. I can promote our business. We can become the richest. Yeah, I trust you. I trust you a lot, so, yeah. And Bliss is like, yes! He would then drink the bottle, and he's like, yes. It does burn a little bit. It's like, okay, that kind of burned. And then he basically, his hands start to spark electricity. He's like, he's like basically flexing his fingers and creating electricity. He's like, I love this. He then basically just powers the whole building. And he's like, he's basically just like poking his finger on like the power cable or whatever. He's like, I love this. Thank you, Izuku. You are now Employee of the Month. Izuku says, okay. And basically then Blitz promotes his business and everything, and Valentino and Velvet are shocked. They're like, so Vox is dead? How the fuck did he get killed? Yeah, I saw the machine, but what the fuck was that? This is where Velvet says, you know what, I'll go check it out. I might as well anyway, since I don't really know what the fuck happened. She then basically does a live stream as she's going to the Wrath Ring, and she basically explains to all of Hell on social media that she is going to be looking into what happened in the Wrath Ring and what happened to Vox. She then basically goes to the mayor's office. He's dead, and that Vox is basically smashed through the car, basically smashed through the wall with his car. She realizes this and just keeps following the tire tracks. And she did bring like a backpack and stuff like. What the fuck was that? That's probably a firework, whatever. So, Izuku basically, well, not Izuku, Velvet finds the machine and sees all the TVs, and it's like on the ground. And Izuku, there's like, she basically uses her phone to see what the fuck happened, and she's shocked to see what happened. There's like audio and everything, and since the video that was shown didn't have audio, it makes much more sense now. They're like, Stryker was there, and they're like, what the fuck? Stryker helped this kid? And this is where she realizes that he made this machine specifically to kill Vox. Like, this demon specifically wanted to kill Vox for his power, for someone. And then the demons of hell see Blitz on the TVs now, and Blitz is explaining that he is now one of the new overlords, and that he is now in charge of the TVs, and he'll be promoting his ads a lot after every once in a while to promote his company, and that he will also be taking all of Vox's shit and all that. Everyone that served Vox now belongs to Blitz, and Blitz lets them go because he doesn't really like having servants, since there's no point. He does keep all the shit though, like all the money and everything, all the properties and everything like that, and he still works for Imp. Like, he still has his job at Imp. And when like, what the fuck was that one guy's name? It was like the Gesture Demon or whatever, with the fucking mechanical arms or whatever, the like, stretch or whatever. Basically, he saw this and he's really pissed. He was like, damn it. How the fuck did he get so strong? How did he become this? I was the only one that was supposed to surpass him. Why is he surpassing me now in power? Damn it. And he gets super pissed. He's like beyond pissed. He's livid. And his basically boss is telling him to calm the fuck down. It's not that big of a deal, and that they'll kill him eventually. But we then cut to Izuku and Blitz's POV. Like, basically, they're talking, and Blitz is saying, Izuku, I don't know what to do with all this stuff. Like, yeah, now I got money, I can promote our business and everything, but I need a supervisor, like someone that can actually do this stuff for me. Izuku says, why not hire one? I know I can hire one, but I don't trust anyone. Izuku says, let me think. I might know someone, but I don't know where the fuck he is. Who are you talking to? Or who are you talking about? Izuku says, I don't trust him either, but since the angels did tell me that he doesn't have his decay powers anymore and only regeneration, I guess I can trust him, but I do need someone to watch over him and make sure he doesn't fuck anything up. Who are you? Are you talking about Shigaraki? Yes, I'm talking about Shigaraki. Why him? Literally anyone else, but why him? He was always good at organizing things, and he did organize an entire army, so I can't really... You know what? No, I'm not going to use him. We're not going to use him. He says, oh, thank fucking God, I don't want him in my fucking company. I don't want that guy in my company. Izuku says, that's entirely fine. We'll just have to find someone. He says, okay. Also, I should probably have a spending limit. Yes, you definitely should. You just bought, like, you almost bought, like, 1,000 ponies just now. Where are you even going to keep those things? Well, I was going to buy some property in the Wrathling and then put them all in there. Bro, I'm going to fucking tell you right now, if you don't want to, you can get one horse. One fucking horse. It can be the best horse ever, just don't fucking buy another one. Actually, you can buy two, I guess. And he buys two. Butch just buys two. And Izuku's basically, he says, no, I'll just be your supervisor. I don't see why I can't be one. And then he realizes the problem. He's always tired. Like, after a week, he's tired as hell. Like, I did say he does have infinite stamina. He was like, I can't keep doing this. I have to find two people that can take on this job. But who? Who? As he thinks about it, and he says, I could ask Vaggie. I don't know, actually. I'll figure it out. He just tells Blitz that he was going to hire 2 assistants for Blitz, and she's going to do an interview with them and all that. And it's basically just 2 teenagers, and they have a spending limit too, so it doesn't really... They both have credit cards and stuff, and basically they're just OCs or whatever. They're just different characters. No one important to the story, they're just going to help out Blitz a lot. So basically they just organize Blitz's shit and everything. And Izuku is then decides to take Blitz with him to an interview, as Blitz is now an overlord, and he is known as one of the overlords now. Izuku is known as an overlord too, and Izuku is going to explain to everyone what he was trying to do. Izuku then gets into the room with all the reporters and everything, and it's like an entire interview. And Lucifer is watching this, and he sees the tattoos because Izuku's wearing. He only sees his face tattoos, and he recognizes what they are. And Izuku's wearing like a nice suit, like a nice spacious suit that he can wear. And then Izuku begins to ask, the reporters begin to ask questions like, what's his name? Is he now an overlord? Is Blitz an overlord with him? Are they sharing the overlord title? And Izuku basically explains his name, what's going on, and like how he made Blitz an overlord, and why Blitz is an overlord and not him. Izuku then explains that my name is Izuku Midoriya, and yes, I did make Blitz an overlord because I trust him more than anyone else in all of hell. I know that's a lot to take in because this is hell, but then Katie Killjoy interrupts him saying, so, you're not an overlord, then why do you consider yourself one? Izuku explains to her, but she continues to cut him off. Izuku gets pissed and he activates one of his demon forms. Hold on. I'm trying to find one. Let me think of one. Hold on. Actually, I think I got something. Izuku gets mad and turns into this. Basically, he gets super pissed off and he's like, shut the fuck up and let me speak! He basically turns into this menacing, monstrous looking thing with demon horns and a tail. Like, basically just imagine demon horns with a tail on it. And he has like glowing blue eyes and everything. And everyone's scared, including Killjoy, and she's like, I'm sorry, as you just shut the fuck up. If you interrupt me one more goddamn time, I'm going to rip out your goddamn vocal box, and then I'm going to fucking burn it with my fire. and then I'm gonna torture you while you're still alive. So I suggest you shut the fuck up. You little shit. And everyone is scared. And Izuku then he still had this, like, angry-ass expression. It was like this. Basically, it looked exactly like this, except there's, like, no blood or anything there's, like, no bruises or blood. So that's the only difference. And then Blitz answers a couple questions after that happened, and then Lucifer is shocked because the prophecy never said anything about him having a power like that. Because Lucifer understands the prophecy perfectly, but he never was told about the powers that Izuku has currently. Like, one for all. And he's like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, how the fuck? I have to speak with this boy. He is taking down the overlords, but why is he giving the powers to other people? He can literally do whatever the fuck he wants if he has these powers. I guess the prophecy wasn't entirely right. But, it's still fun, I guess. I still just gotta talk to this kid. He then basically gets ready for dinner. And then he gets the idea to invite the kid, since he did call Charlie and ask her if this guy was living with her. And she did explain that, yes, he is living with us because he's helping out a lot in the hotel, and he's actually brought in a couple customers that want to be redeemed. And Lucifer says, alright, I want to invite you and him to dinner with me, and along with Maggie if you want to bring her. Also, make sure there's a fucking shirt. Understood. He says, why did you pause for a second? Wait a minute. She then hangs up the phone. He's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I never thought I'd see the day. My daughter is bisexual. He's like, oh my god. This kid stole my little girl's heart just like Vaggie. Wow. We then cut to a day later. Or, no, we then cut to like an hour, like almost a few minutes later when Izuku gets back to the hotel. And Charlie basically tells Izuku that they're gonna go to dinner. Izuku is gonna come to dinner with her and Vaggie to visit her father for a while. Izuku then says, okay, I don't see a problem with that. And she then basically says, but you did hear what Alistair said, that he doesn't like you, right? That he's been trying to stop this prophecy. Well, I don't really care. If he wanted to kill me, he would have already done it, and he would have probably done it quick. So I don't really see a problem. She says, I mean, yeah, you're right, so yeah, I don't really blame you. And Izuku then says, I'll be ready. I'm gonna get into a different suit or different clothes. And Izuku basically wears something similar to this, but with like a jacket on. Like, he wears something exactly like this, except it's more like he has like a trench coat on. Let me find it. I don't know. Let me find it. I don't really have anything like that. Let's say it's basically just looks exactly like this, so it's basically just this. Also, now we're going to get back to this picture. Alright. So, since Izuku is going to basically just go, he's gonna hide his tattoos and he doesn't want to be recognized, and he's gonna actually, I don't care, he's gonna look the exact same. So, sorry for my constant fighting with myself over what I want and what I don't want. So, yeah. Deku goes to dinner with Vaggie and Charlie to the castle of Hell, which is basically Lucifer's palace. And Izuku is basically treated with respect as an overlord. No, let's say it's a party instead. It's like a dinner party. And basically, Izuku is greeted with respect until one green demon pops out of nowhere and begins to harass Charlie. Izuku, seeing this, gets pissed and then walks over to this asshat that wants to fuck with her. Izuku then grabs him by the shoulder and says, I suggest you leave her the fuck alone. If you touch her, I will kill you myself. He says, you may be the chosen one, but you're not as powerful. What the fuck? Izuku then says, if you don't leave her alone, I'm going to kill you. When I say something like that, I don't expect you to fucking talk back. He says it in like a demonic voice, and his eyes glow with a menacing blue aura. And then he uses something unexpected. Lightning and fire with wind mixed. That actually hurts this demon, which is immune to fire. But it somehow hurts him. And he's like, let go of me! And Izuku says, if you don't leave her alone, then I will kill you like this. And you will have one of the most painful deaths in demon history. He said, yes, I will leave her alone, I'm sorry! Izuku says, good. Now get the fuck out of here! Alastor is also there, and she's impressed, and also, she gets a little turned on. She does get turned on by this, along with Charlie and Vaggie. And Izuku then says, are you okay, Charlie? She says, I'm fine, Izuku, thank you. He was harassing me. I do not like him. He was my ex-boyfriend, actually. Izuku says, huh, interesting. Well, you're not gonna worry about it. If he fucks with you, then just call me my name. And I'll take care of him next time. Permanently. Yeah. She says, Izuku, you're not gonna do that. It's Charlie. If something happens, call me and I'll take care of it. I promise. She says, fine. Fine. And Lucifer is like, I'm impressed that he was able to hurt him, but how exactly did that happen? What was he doing? I thought I saw lightning, but that wouldn't make any sense. Lightning can't exist in hell without clouds, without wind, without the sun. Why is this possible? Izuku then walks over with Charlie and Vaggie to the dinner table, or the diner, or basically the place where the food is served. Izuku then takes a little bit of food, and then takes a little bit more, and then he's like, damn, this shit is delicious, but I gotta stop. And he does stop his gluttonous. He just stops being gluttonous, and everyone's kind of shocked because his food is so good that everyone's gonna get fat over it. And he continues. He just basically eats like about a pound almost like basically a whole human's worth of food, or like basically a whole human body's, or like basically it's like a full-grown human body worth of food. Izuku is like, I still feel like I'm in an empty pit. Is that normal, Charlie? Charlie's like, how the fuck did you eat all of that and not get bloated? How? Izuku says, I have no idea, but I feel like I'm a black hole for some reason. And then Izuku lifts up his shirt and he says, okay, I don't have a black hole in my stomach. That's good. She says, okay. She kind of laughs. And I guess, do you think you're cute? That was weird. Deku says, bitch, I'm adorable. What you talking about? Everyone hears this and she's like, Izuku, do you think you're cute? Izuku says, girl, I'm adorable. What you talking? Girl, I'm adorable. What you talking about? Everyone's like, is you don't believe me? Turns into his human form and he's beautiful. Charlie and Baggy are like, oh my god, he's even more handsome in his human form. Some of the girl demons are like, hey, oh my god, he's so cute and hot at the same time. How is that possible? It's weird. It's a weird and fun situation. Some of the guy demons are like, what the fuck? How? And Lilith is kind of shocked. And then Izuku turns back into his demon form and he looks the exact same somehow. And then he continues to use food. Or he goes and gets more food. But what he doesn't know is that Izuku's body, when he wished for his body to change in order to take on One for All, or like completely take it on, Izuku didn't realize that meant also enhancing his metabolism. So he has the hunger of a Saiyan, basically. He's basically an infinite black hole that never stops eating. And he can eat like a whole world's worth of food and not even feel full. And Izuku has infinite energy, like I said. But since he needs something to give him energy, his metabolism is so strong and so different, it basically just destroys anything that enters it. And instantly just turns into energy. It doesn't even turn into fat, it just turns into energy. Like just pure energy in his body. And Izuku, he then thinks about something. Maybe when I wish... He then thinks about what I was talking about, and he realizes something, that he's basically a Super Saiyan. Not really, but he's like, I basically have the appetite of a Saiyan. Now that's insane. You get the joke? You probably didn't get the joke, but it's funny to me. Kinda, I guess. But Lucifer then takes Izuku to the throne room, which is separated from the actual room, along with Charlie and Vaggie, since Lucifer wants to explain to them why Izuku is here in the first place. He then tells the demons to open up the back wall, which it opens up, revealing a giant tapestry in ancient writing. It's basically like the Doom writing, except it's basically English for demons. And Izuku can actually read this. He says, so this is interesting. So I'm just here to help redeem demons, but hell, I have to kill a bunch of people. Yes, you do. And it's not going to be easy. And I don't really like the idea of redeeming demons, so there's not really a point in doing so. Why is that? Well, heaven isn't really the best place for souls to go to. Yes, it is in fact a paradise, but not in the way that you would think. What do you mean? It's only paradise for those who have been born there. Wait, so you're saying that... Wait, what are you saying? Basically, it's not going to work. Because God doesn't like sinners at all. He doesn't care if you're a sinner and you want to be redeemed. He doesn't give a shit. He only made this prophecy just so that he can fuck with us. Ezekiel then says, so wait a minute. You're saying that God, the one that sent down his son to die for everyone's sins, doesn't give a shit about this prophecy. He just wanted to fuck with us. He says, yes. And I've been trying to find a way to take him down. My first attempt didn't go so well, and I'm not actually a demon. Ezekiel was like, wait, what? You're not a demon? What do you mean you're not a demon? I'm the fallen angel. Charlie is part succubus and fallen angel. So she's half succubus and half fallen angel, which means she can have access to light spheres if she was more in tune with me. And she does have magical properties, but I wanted to change this prophecy to something different. What do you mean? Well, since my child is a fallen angel and you're a pure demon that has these markings, which are actual seals. Wait, what? Wait, whoa. You said these tattoos are seals. Yes. The more angry, the more hatred, the more wrath you feel towards someone, the more your power evolves. The more these seals disappear, the more your power truly awakens. And I need you to help me take down God and reclaim heaven for what it was actually meant to be. But wait. I'm confused now. So you're saying that your first attempt failed and you were trying to take over heaven because you wanted it to be for everyone but not the people that sin. Yes. My father did listen at first. But what happened was he sent me here too for my punishment. Because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be the king of heaven. Because the king of heaven has access to be making anything they want. Ezekiel says, wait a minute, I think I have a theory. What is your theory, child? Or what is your theory, Ezekiel? If God is the God of creation, is there another God of destruction? This is where... Wait a damn minute. I think you're onto something. Hold on. As he would then go into his library and he finds a book that explains God's or his father's brother. And this was one of the many books that they stole before getting down here. Ezekiel says, wait a minute. So that book... Wait a damn minute. As he looks through it and he sees a black figure with red eyes. It's a black shadowy figure that's bigger and it has glowing red eyes and the most evil smile you can ever imagine. He says, there's only one way to summon him. How is it? Well, we have to kill a lot of fucking people to summon him. How many in particular? 10,000 people. Ezekiel says, Oh my god. Oh shit. But wait a minute. Isn't the cleansing a couple weeks? Yes, the cleansing is in a couple weeks. Oh shit. Wait a minute. They've been trying to prevent us from summoning him. They knew we had this book. Deku says, so what you're saying is that because you took that book in particular, God is after the book because you stole it from the library of God, and then he's trying to stop you from summoning his fucking brother. Yes, that is in fact true. I believe so at this point. Charlie and Vaggie are shocked, knowing that God has a brother, but also that Izuku has a plan to defeat God himself. Izuku says, so what you're saying is that if we summon him, he can help us take down God. I believe so, Izuku. And once we take down God, I will let you be the ruler of heaven. It is going to be your destiny, your new destiny. Izuku says, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Izuku, this is a chance for you to see everyone you love again. For you to return as a human. For you to have powers beyond anything you can ever... I don't really know what to do. On one hand, I have so many friends down here. I have people I care about. I haven't even had a family yet. I don't even know what the rules of being God is. And even if I did take up this role, what am I gonna do? Make a new fucking planet? Make hell way bigger to take on more sinners? What am I gonna do? I don't know a thing about being God. You're right, Izuku, you don't. Izuku then thinks of an idea. How about this? If I help you take down God and help you summon this God, then I'll tell you what. If you can help me, I will summon him. You make the deal, and then I help you take him down with his brother. If he'll comply. He says, we'll have to talk about this later, but Izuku, you're a genius. Also, I'll take up the role of God, but come with me for a second. You can stay here for a second. Izuku, I know you got a crush on my daughter and her girlfriend, and I don't blame you. Just take care of her if she accepts you. Izuku says, alright, yes sir. Yes sir. Izuku then walks back, slightly blushing, with a little bit of blue. They're all, Izuku, you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. It's getting late. I need to sleep and think about something. Okay. And that's where I'm leaving it off. So, Lululand will be the next part. And, yeah. So, the next part will be Izuku meeting Octavia. And, yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, then have a good day. Or good night. Because I'm posting this video at nighttime. Or good morning or whatever. So, yeah. The next part will be coming out at the same amount of time when it will be posted in about 8 days, since I am going to be doing other what-ifs that I need to do, because I'm going to end up redoing the Marvel series, or the What If Deku was in Marvel. I'm also going to end up doing redoing the What If Deku was Savitar. I'm just going to keep the old video, though. I'm actually going to do it. I'm also making I'm making this book series called Randy Cunningham X Harem, it's actually from an old 2000s show called Randy Cunningham 9th Grade Ninja. So go check that out. It is the book, or the author is me, Michael Gavia. So go check that out. Go check out my book list so that you can go look at the books I read and understand that I do get a lot of my ideas from these books. Also, have a wonderful day, and if you want me to start reading fan fiction, tell me, because I will definitely start reading fan fiction on Wattpad. I also forgot to mention it is on Wattpad, so have a good day, good night, and see you next time.